Hey guys, it's your friend Kat again. Welcome to a very weird robotic makeup of Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy. I got this amazing comment from one of you guys suggesting I turn into Nebula if her wires were attacking her. And I thought it'd be so incredibly cool to recreate it. So I'm going to turn into Nebula today. And then if her wires were like attacking her or going awry from her inside parts of her robotic body. This should take a very long time, but it won't be as long for you. So let's get started with this makeup today. First of all, I'm gonna put my hair in a low ponytail because we are gonna put on a bald cap. One of my least favorite things to use. And just to let you know, I am not naked. I do have a sleeveless top on since I'm gonna be doing huge body painting. I'm just spraying my hair with some hairspray to get all little baby hairs out of the way because you don't want to glue those on your head. Got my bald cap to make sure it's fitted to my head before getting some scissors. Now you want to be very careful when you're cutting your bald cap with scissors. I like cuticle scissors, but I could not find any. I lost mine. So I got some hair cutting scissors that's a little smaller than standard scissors. You don't want to like accidentally cut your ear open while doing this. Be very careful. Bald caps are not for beginners because you could hurt yourself or glue down your hair or rip your hair out. I'm just cutting out the ear holes, some space that my ears could breathe. I had to be very careful while I did this because I only have one bald cap. Once you have everything cut down, I'm gonna start gluing it down with some toeless. You can use prosaide or spirit gum. I use medical grade toeless even though I'm kind of allergic to it on my neck. If you have any bald cap pieces that just went in too deep or doesn't seem to be fitting, you could patch it up a little bit. And I'm gonna glue it down to my neck as well to make sure this bald cap has smooth edges. Speaking of smooth edges, I'm gonna get some liquid latex with a red stipple sponge to stipple on the edges of this bald cap to make it smooth to look like I'm really bald and not that I just slumped something weird on my head, making sure it's completely dry. I know this bald cap has some bumps at the top, but I got one that was too big for me on accident. Once the edges are dried of the bald cap, I'm gonna get some glue stick and flatten down my eyebrows. Nebula does not have eyebrows. She is not fully really a human. She's robotic. So I'm flattening down the eyebrows so that we could paint on top of them. I do about 4 layers of glue stick and translucent powder for my eyebrows to make sure they're flat. You can do as many as you want to make sure it's flat on your face. Then I'm getting a white eyeliner pencil. This is totally optional, but I feel like it helps so much to do an outline of your makeup where all the gears and gadgets and gizmos aplenty are gonna go on your face and neck, girl. And I don't have the costume, so I'm going to body paint that on and draw on all the little figures of the costume as well. Once you think your outline is completely done, we're gonna get some light sky blue aqua paint. I am using Wolfe FX Hydro colors. These have a wax consistency to them. It means it's harder to take off, but that's fine. It's super pigmented. I use these on bald caps because they cover up surface area and anything that might show through on a plastic bald cap. Very pigmented. You could do it around your eyes if you want, or cream paint around your eyes if you don't feel safe using aqua paints around your eyes. I'm doing it on my ear in certain parts of the outlines that we drew on before. You really want to look at reference pictures, especially on the outlines part. In this part, you're like filling in, it's like paint by numbers on this part. That's why we did the outline. It just makes it so much easier. Once you have enough blue on parts of your face, and especially around the eye of that light blue, we're gonna move on to a darker aqua blue paint on the sides of our cheek and on top of the blue to make it more of a toned down. It's not as bright, not as a light colored. We're having it like an ocean blue. Do you guys remember Rainbow Fish, that book as a kid? We're having that color blue on our face, like a fishy blue. That's the type of blue we want. Then we're getting a purple aqua paint. Now, I hate purple aqua paints, to be completely honest with you. It's very hard to make an even pigmented surface with purple aqua paints, no matter what brand you buy, what brush you use, whatever way you apply it. You look like a freaking creepy monster, not in a good way. I tried to make this even with some matte eyeshadow colors of a lighter purple to make this surface of purple look better. I want a purple that looks like smooth jelly. I want a purple that's smooth and not something that's like this. So we're gonna fix that later. I know it looks crummy right now, but trust me, I found the solution to fix this. I will show you later on in the video. But to get the perfect silver color for the silver parts on Nebula's face, it's like my favorite part of her actual entire body is that little gadget silver piece around her eye. I'm using Graftobain's metallic powder. It's like this beautiful powder that you mix with the magic set liquid to get this liquid silver. If the Tin Man bled silver, that's what this would look like. And you want to get on the side of your head and on the top as well, because there's a piece of metal up there too. We can't forget that. And we can't forget the little pieces of silver on our body. Now the purple parts on my face are about to get worse. I took some white aqua paint to do some highlight marks, and it literally just looks like chalk dust on my face. I just did it on the higher points, but trust me, we'll fix it. I know it looks crazy now, but I got some black aqua paint to paint in the black part of the t-shirt, or should I say like the costume. It's almost like a higher necked collar outfit. And then you could definitely get some gray aqua paint. I don't know why I mixed the black and the white to do the collars of this outfit of Nebula. But using that black aqua paint, I got a very thin detailed brush and did the outlines of all of that silver device. This is what took a lot of time. This makeup honestly took me 4 hours, no lie, to do all this detail in the silver and on the whole entire face and body. You really want to look at reference pictures to the gadgets on her silver face parts. And I'm using that matte black eyeshadow with a pencil brush to shadow in the eye sockets and on the sides of her face. We really want to focus on the eye sockets because it gives shadow and dimension to a flat surface and where her brow bone would be. Now, getting that detailed brush with the black hydro color, we are going to do the outline continuant, I should say, on that headpiece of the metal and other parts of our face. You really want to make sure you have a steady hand while you're doing this. And once you're done doing the outlines on Nebula's face, we are going to get some purple cream paint. Yes, girl, I fixed it for you. I mixed some white and purple cream paints to get this light purple color that looks similar to the one in the movie, and the cream color just gives a more even texture and base for this part of the face, especially with purple. I hate purple aqua paint so much. So I did a little witch's brew magic creation of mixing this color and applying it to all that purple parts. And once that's on, we're gonna get that blue aqua paint again to do the back of the headpiece because it's shorter than I thought. Getting that matte black eyeshadow, do some shadows on different parts of the face, especially our nose. We want it more snatched, girl, because Nebula has a more snatched nose than me. And coloring in our ears, as weird as that is, in certain parts that has shadow to give it some texture. And this is totally extra, you don't have to do this, but it just makes the look better, I think. It makes her look less human. I am coloring in the waterline with blue on my eyes. Speaking of purple aqua paint, I know I said I hated it. I should have used the cream paint all over my body, but I used aqua paints because they're easier to wash off to paint her outfit, girl. She has a purple jacket type of costume situation. You could definitely just buy the costume. I didn't have it on hand. I decided to go all out tonight. Like if I was going on a date as Nebula, I would just paint it on my body. That sounds creepy and weird actually. No, I would just buy the costume. It's a lot easier than this too to buy a costume because as you can see here, I'm doing layers of blue with the aqua paint, and then I got that matte black eyeshadow to shadow in parts of the outfit on the areas of the blue and certain parts. Then I got a huge giant brush that has a flat surface. It's a big rectangle brush with the black hydro color and painted the back of my head to shorten it because this is going to give the illusion that that top piece is a little bit higher up than the rest of her head to make it look more like Nebula, if that makes sense. And with that, we're finished with the Nebula portion of the makeup. I'm going to do a little twist on this as recommended by the person who commented. But for now, like what if she had some blue blood. I feel like she would have blue blood like the alien from Fifth Element, even though she's a robot. What if she was bleeding a little bit, had the little wires coming out? Speaking of wires, I got this stencil of wires that only works for airbrush paints. I don't know why I did it on my neck, but it gave a little bit of a silver pattern with that silver paint we've been using. And you can use some black eyeliner, or what I'm using here is like a black aqua paint with a very fine detail brush. Do little parts for face, breaking apart so that the wires will come out. Speaking of wires, I got this pipe cleaner. It's a little craft supplies and it's very prickly because it has actual wire in it, so make sure you don't injure yourself. Don't put this near your eye. It's laying flat on my neck, so it won't, like, if I fall, it won't like stab my neck. And I painted it with that silver Graftobain product that will make it look like a real piece of some sort of noodly wire coming out of the neck with the silver. You could put some more blue blood up in there. And with that, we're completely done with this Nebula makeup transformation. What if her wires went awry? According to your guys' comments, so leave me another comment on what you would like to see in another video. Maybe I will choose your comment to recreate into a makeup transformation. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting this channel. This was so cool and so much fun to make, even though it did take me 4 hours, like I said before. But now it is time to take this off. All the products I used in this video will be listed down below in the description box as always. Thank you guys again so much for the support. There's been so many cool jobs that I've been doing if you've been following me on Instagram outside of YouTube, so you could check those out. I appreciate it so much because if it wasn't for you guys supporting me, watching my videos, commenting and liking and everything, these companies wouldn't be so amazing to me and willing to like hire me for amazing opportunities. So I appreciate you all so much. This makeup was incredibly hard, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you all. Bye.